Yeah, welcome everybody to the Ultimate Racing League for round 8 of this 10-week championship. So definitely at the business end of the championship at the moment at the Nürburgring, and I've got a nice endurance race for you guys yet again. In fact, all these final few races are endurance races, and we'll see how we get on here. Conditions look nice and clear, so hopefully we will not get any rain. Touch wood. Anyway, the grid, let's get on with this. Motorstorm in pole position, followed by Brisbane in second. Victor Stakes third on the grid, followed by Pat in fourth position, who won last week's race at Fuji. Well done to him. Mr. Smith in fifth, Panic at the Tesco sixth, and Matty seventh. Scott is in eighth, Frowney ninth, Unforgiven 10th, Enzo Jack in 11th place, and thank you very much for saving the races, Enzo Jack. Harry G is 12th, Fitzy 13th, and Stormfly in 14th. So we've got a nice grid, haven't we? Plenty on there. So hopefully we'll see plenty of racing action. Here we go then. Just take a little sipple as they get off the line, and look at that for a line from Motorstorm. He wants to cut that inside off, doesn't he, on this first corner. Looks like Brisbane's going to grab it though. Brisbane going the can't get the words out. Brisbane going the long way around and takes the lead. So well done to him. Good attempt though from Motorstorm on the all defensive, but didn't quite work out on this occasion. Third place is Victor Smith. We've got Pat, Panic, Frowney, and Unforgiven rounds up your top 8 currently. So this track, not quite as long as last week's Fuji. This one weighs in at a nice 3.20 miles, and there's a nice chunky 15 corners on this one, so plenty to go up for these guys. Let's go see on the field a little bit and see what's happening. There's Smith in fourth place. Pat's under real pressure at the moment from Panic at the Tesco, who finished last week's race in fourth position, did Panic, so I think he'll be hoping to make a little bit of an improvement on last week's race, see if he can put himself on the podium, which I'm sure that's what he's aiming for. Anyway, Frowney, he's having a little battle, isn't he, with Unforgiven. Who finished in 10th position in last week's race, Unforgiven, so looking good for him at the moment. Now into the old chicane for the first time. I'm going to be approaching the last bend before the start-finish straight. Start-finish straight, not as long as Fuji's, but still plenty to go at. Let's look at Stormfly as he chases down Frowney. Let's go on board actually with Stormfly for a little bit. Switch around this corner, see if is he going to go the long way around. So Frowney cuts that inside line off. Not quite this time for Frowney. Stormfly rather. Frowney's in front of him. Duh. Harry G not having a bad race, is he? Where did he finish last week? In 8th position. So he needs to be making a few more places up. Plenty of time left on the clock. Lap 2 of 26. Just for the people that do not know, all these guys have to use all 3 racing compound. At least 3 laps on each compound. Harry G and Matty having a great little battle here for the 10th and 11th position. Frowney's just sat in front, so got a nice 3-car battle going at the moment. Not quite at the back of the pack, but we're getting there. Fitzy 12th, then we've got Scott, and where's Enzo? There's Enzo. Just bringing up the rear, but I expect him to make a few places up yet. Enzo in this race, he finished 12th in last week's race at Fuji. quite warm here today at the nurb here in Germany, so I'm having to take a bit more liquid on board. Meanwhile, Brisbane about to start lap 3, looking good for him at the moment, and he's pulled a sort of a gap, not much of a gap actually, maybe about a second, maybe not, yeah, we'll say about a second, more or less, no biggie. Pretty similar gap between Motorstorm rather. Get these guys' names mixed up this week. Lovely jubbly, Mr. Smith. Now then, with Pat winning last week's race, I expect him, obviously he's very quick, so I expect him to make a few places up. But then again, he might not like this track, who knows? Panic and Unforgiven. Oh, nearly got himself a bit too much on the old green stuff there, matching the colour of his car. A little bit of a squiggle, didn't it? But he keeps it on the old tarmac. I think he must have been having a bit of a prayer around there. Stormfly, Frowny, Matty and Harry. So what we got? We got a 157.6 from your third position guy, Mr. Victor. And Brisbane, he's not far off that lap time, is he? 157.9, so very close. Same goes for Motorstorm, so the top 3 guys put in the 157s. And we've got a bit of a difference then on to Mr. Smith of 59, just a couple of seconds down on the top 3 currently at the moment. As the, oh dear me, half a second penalty there for Pat, which I'm sure Panic will be very grateful of. Maybe he can take advantage of that. Down the start, finish straight. My cat's trying to sit on me, that's not a good idea at the moment, really. There's no room at the inmate. Just let me see what tyres the top 3 are running. Let's see if there's any difference when I get onto the cars. Here we go, so what we got? We got racing mediums for Brisbane, race leader. Same for your second place guy, Motorstorm. Also, all the top 3, make that top 4 actually, racing mediums under 5. Are all these guys on the racing mediums? Surely, oh there we go, there's a racing hard. So, Stormfly, difference of opinion regarding the choice of tyre wear before his first pit stop. And considering he's on the racing hard compound, he's doing a grand job at the moment, and he's sat in 8th position, so maybe could this be Stormfly's race? Meanwhile, Frowny and Matty still at it. Matty going a long way round. Frowny just shutting that inside off there. Sticking with him like super glue at the moment, isn't he? Matty, is it Matty there at the back there, just behind you? Yeah, Matty. Oh, sorry, yeah, and Harry G. So a couple of guys there wanting to join the party, have a little bit of fun. Here on lap 4 of 26. Could do with a bit of rain, couldn't we? That would make things a bit more interesting. Put a few spanner in the old works. I'll stick with these two a little bit longer. You sort of fancy Matty to make that pass, don't you? On Frowny, given how close he is. I mean, he's almost in his back pocket just about, but then again, Frowny's doing a good job on the old defensive, so. And there's Harry just waiting in the wings for the 2 guys who are in front of him to make a bit of a mess, and he will go through. He's trying his best. Oh, has he got him? I think he might have him this time. Yeah, he's got him, so I didn't think he was going to get him round that section. It's not the maybe easiest of sections to make that pass, but he pulled it off, so yeah, good racing there from Matty to take the position off Frowny, and good racing by all. Everybody's keeping it nice and clean. As I was saying last week, guys, I don't think anybody has in this league had a safety car out yet, and we're on round 8, so can we go full championship without having to use the safety car? That'd be pretty good going, wouldn't it? You watch, we'll probably get one on this race now. Scott, 12th position. Sure will want to make himself. What's he on? Oh, he's on the racing hards also, so not surprised Scott there. He finished 7th last week at Fuji. So I'm not expecting Scott to make any more places up before the pit stop, given what racing compound of tyre he's on. Also, Harry's on the racing hard as well, so 10th, 11th and 12th also on the racing hard compound. Same goes for Fitzy and Enzo Jack. So that might explain why the guys up at front are up the front, because they're on the racing mediums, and the guys sort of middle and back on the racing hard. So I don't think we've seen anybody on the racing soft compound, have we? Which is quite surprised actually. Hey, up here we go. Battle on, red alert, Brisbane, Motorstorm. I don't expect him to pass him down here, but you never know. He's just trying to stay as close as he can to him, isn't he? And there's a better shot. And when you just get to the part of the track, he's going to take advantage of it. So these guys, yeah, half a tank of fuel. So they do like to Google a little bit, don't they, these Ferraris? They don't hang back, do they, when they're having a bit of a gobble? Of their fuel tank, that is. There's Mr. Smith. He's pretty much on his own at the moment, and he's got a similar distance between the guys in front and the guys behind, but I'm sure he'll be quite happy with that. He's got no pressure on him whatsoever at the moment on the racing mediums. Just needs to put some nice consistent lap times in, which he is doing. If you look, his last 3 laps are in the 158s. He's only got a 159. That was low 159 as well, so consistent lap times from Mr. Smith at the moment, and that's what the top racers keep telling us, guys. You know, just put some consistent lap times in and you'll do all right. I'm still working on it anyway. Same goes for Panic. Look at that. All the guys actually, by looks of it so far, going down through the grid, are all putting in pretty much of a muchness regarding consistent lap times. I'm just looking for a nice close battle for you guys. Not seeing one there. Let's have a look up front, see what's going off up there. See if we can find lap 7 of 26. These two front runners probably the closest on the track, excuse me, at the moment. Tyre wear similar, fuel similar, so I expect these two to be coming into the pits when they do. They're going to get a few more laps yet or so, but when they do come in, I expect them to be coming in exactly the same time. Unless they've got some other pit strategy, that is. Meanwhile, Victor playing it nice and cool. Look at that put. I've got an empty glass, man. Jesus. Let's take a look at Panic and Pat. After last week's race, I expected Pat, to be honest, to be a little bit more further up the field than what he is currently at the moment. Might have a bit of onboard footage with Pat actually as he chases down Panic. Just gives you guys a better idea, doesn't it, at what these racers are actually seeing in front of them. I like Panic's registration plate, how he's got Panic on his registration plate. I think it is anyway, looks like it. Although my eyesight's not the best, best in the world, but that's pretty cool touch to his car if he has. And he's not making any ground at the moment, is he? Old Pat is just working on it, Unforgiven. See, putting in 150, look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, very consistent from Unforgiven. There's only 159 in there, rest of 58, so... And this is probably why these guys are in this league. This league, the URL Sundays have got 6 leagues in total running, and these guys which we are covering this season, the Pro Split 1 guys, are the equivalent, if you like, of the Premier League in football, if you like, top of the tree, shall we say. So you cannot get any higher on the Sunday Championship than what these guys are in. So Stormfly, first one into the pits. There's his pit crew, looking very energetic. Thought they were falling to sleep actually. Harry G is also coming into the pits, so a couple of guys pitting already. So Motorstorm, your new race leader. Oh, he was. Victor's taken him. He wasn't race leader for very long, was he, unfortunately? So Victor now in the lead from Brisbane in second. Then we've got Motorstorm. That's your top 3. Currently sat on the old podium at the moment. Plenty of laps to go yet, only 9 of 26 taken so far. We want to see some closer battles. Maybe this isn't the track to give us them, I don't know. So as you can see, just to the back of this pack, Mr. Unforgiven has just latched himself onto these guys and puts himself right in the running. Oh dear, Panic, 0.5 second penalty. That will do him no favours. I expect Pat to pass Mr. Panic very shortly. Is he going to serve his penalty now? Maybe next time round then. Not this time. Oh, down the inside goes Pat. No, he doesn't. Now it's the inside. No. Maybe he's just trying to put Panic off a little bit. I don't think he's actually maybe going for the pass. Maybe he's just trying to wobble his cockles a little bit, I think. And just sits behind him. Unforgiven in 7th place. Then we've got a nice tidy gap down to Matty in 8th place. No sweat for Unforgiven at the moment. No pressure on him whatsoever. Enzo Jack pretty much on his own. Also in 9th place. He's made a few places up, hasn't he? Because I'm sure he was in 12th position at one point. So Enzo making a few places up. Frowny, Stormfly, Mr. Scott in 12th. He'll be hoping to put a few more beans and curry sauce down on the old tarmac to get a little bit closer to Stormfly over the next few laps, and obviously he's one of the guys that has pitted on the racing medium compound of tyre now. Just over 3/4 of a tank of fuel. REG and Fitzy not too far behind, so come the next pit stops, whenever that is, hopefully we'll see some closer racing. So let's head back up with your leader. Stormfly, what's he going to get? Another two laps maybe after this one, which means he'll probably come in this lap. No, I don't think he will. Or will he? I bet he hasn't he? No, he hasn't. Thank God for that. Yeah, so he's going to stay out for another 1 or 2 laps in the Motorstorm. Same will go for Brisbane. So 15 laps remaining, if I've got my maths correct. Matty into the pits. So Motorstorm takes the lead once more from Brisbane, then Smith in third, Victor, Pat, Unforgiven, Panic and Matty. So next week, guys, we're at the, is it Yas Marinas or something like that, how you pronounce it, for round 9. And the final round will be at the new Villeneuve track. And that will round off the championship. And we'll have a 2 or 3 weeks break, whatever it is. And then we will drop down to... yeah, another league. Come on, Victor, lad, get the old metal to the floor, lad. We want to see some racing action. Not going to see much for much longer, because look at that fuel, he will be pitting, so, well, a few guys will be pitting on this end of this lap. So I don't think he's going to attempt to go for a pass, or is he? No, just tucks in behind him. He knows he's got a pit on this one, so... Ooh, twitchy there from Victor, and into the pits he goes. Same for Pat and Unforgiven and Panic, so we've got a bit of a train going into the old pits at the moment. So who's going to take the lead? And there you go, Mr. Smith takes the lead on the racing mediums. Oh, he's going to be pitting end of this lap. Unless he sticks a bit more vodka into his fuel tank, then he might get a few more laps out of his car. But let's look at that into the pits. Most of the grid, or half of the grid, anyway, sat in the pits. I've just dribbled some of my vodka down my trousers. That's not good, is it? So Smith in the lead from Brisbane in second, and there's the gap, as you can see. Motorstorm in third, pretty similar gap down to Panic at the Tesco. Unforgiven sat not too far behind him, but there's no major battle at the moment. 1.5. Oh, here we go. Here's a little battle. Victor and Pat scrapping it out there. This is what we want to see, guys. Close racing. Oh, I've been looking for this for 12 laps, and now I found it. Looks like Pat's going to grab it. And Pat, yeah, he grabs it hard and moves up into 6. Victor in 7th. That was a good little scrap for a few moments there. Racing soft compound for Mr. Victor. And same goes for Pat, so they're on the same racing compound of tyre. Then we go down the field just a little bit more, and we've got sort of a semi-scrap going off, shall we say. They're not super close, but it might be over the next lap or two. Monsieur Scott chasing down Stormfly and Mr. Smith into the pit. So who is going to be our new race leader? Obviously it's going to be Brisbane. Is he going to get, I think he's going to get round in it before Mr. Smith gets out back onto the track. Yeah, so Brisbane takes the lead on the racing hard compound of tyre, just under 3/4 of a tank of fuel. And he's got masses of tyre wear. Motorstorm pretty similar for him. Smith moves down into 3rd position on the racing hard compound. Panic on the racing hards. Racing softs for Pat. Now then, this is interesting because the guy's in front on the racing hard, Pat on the racing soft, so he's going to make a good second or second half, or maybe a little bit more over the next few laps. Ooh, Panic going a little bit wide there, no biggie. And maybe that is the line he takes through that corner. He can go pretty wide on that corner, you will not get a penalty, thank the Lord. And right up the chuffer now, isn't he? Is parting having a good sniff rather of Panic's rear vocabulary. Let's have a look. Oh, he is on the racing yard, so yeah, I expect Pat to go past Panic, given he's on the better tyre. But then again, you never know. Panic might be a bit of a master on the racing hards. Who knows? Or maybe he's just damn good at defensive. Oh, here we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's a no. Yes, no. Maybe not just yet. Whew, I tell you what, he's not giving up the ghost too easy. Is Panic? Oh, look at that. As tight as you like, but very, very clean. Very clean. And yeah, great racing, guys. So it's Pat up into 4th now, then Victor 5th, and Panic in 6th. And not too far behind, sat waiting in the wings, is Mr. Unforgiven. Oh, let's go up front here. We saw a little battle going off there between Pat and Victor, and a great little scrap. Oh, can he get the drive through that corner? Not quite. Pat just gets on that power just a little bit earlier. I thought Victor was going to get the hammer down there and make the pass on Pat, but didn't quite pull it off this time. Ooh, twitchy there from Victor, which tells me he's just given it everything he's got in the air, absolutely everything. Meanwhile, Panic and Unforgiven, let's go on board with Unforgiven actually, as he chases down Panic at the Tesco. Which gives me a chance to have a little bit of a refill while these guys scrap it out. I think we'll just stay with these two to the end of this lap, and we'll go through the field and see what's happening. As close as you like now then. If he can stay there through this final corner, surely. Here we go, beans, curry sauce, gravy, you name it, we've got it. Oh, look at this. This is going to be so close. Let's go back to normal camera. Is he going to get it down the inside? I'm sure he is. Oh, I'll just pat. So not pat. Oh, blooming hell. Panic. Still pretty much neck and neck. Oh, I didn't quite pull it off. I mean, that was a great attempt then from... Oh, has he got him this time? No, he hasn't. Jesus, that was a good little scrap between Panic and Unforgiven there. I thought Unforgiven was gonna... Not giving up though, is he? He's in for the fight. He's Unforgiven. As close as you like. And he goes... No, they're still pretty much neck and neck. Behave, guys, behave. Just kidding. Has he got him this time? Surely he has. Well, I think that's got to be the scrap of the race so far there between Unforgiven in 6th place now and Panic in 7th. Awesome racing, guys. Nice and clean. Very, very close. Lovely jubilee. We want to see a bit more of that, don't we? I don't think we're going to see it here because Scott is pretty much on his own. Then again, we've got Frowny and Harry having a little bit of a fight. Harry in his old camel. Now I'm sure Harry is quite a bit faster than camels. We'll go on board with Harry. There's that bit of bum draft in there. Well, he definitely won't want to be doing that during the race, will he? Not when he's trying to take down his nearest opponent. I think it'll be close enough this time, is he, to go down the inside of him? Not quite there, is he? He's given it a good old shot though. In lap 16 to 26, so just 10 laps remaining. 1:57.426, fastest guy on the track is your race leader, which is Brisbane. Not quite there, is he? But a good attempt. Oh, is that where Stormfly come from? Jesus, Stormfly's come out of nowhere and looks like he's going to pass. Is he? Oh, another as tight as you like. This is a very similar scrap in it, which we saw earlier between Unforgiven and yes, I can't remember. Never mind. Anyway, these two guys are having a pretty much similar scrap to what we saw a few minutes ago. Fitzy, he's just he's not too far off these two. Right, we'll come back there. Let's see what's happening a bit further down. So Matty is on his own and Enzo Jack on his own. Come on, the old Jack lad. I don't think Enzo Jack likes his track, does he? Nah. We'll see him back next week, scrapping it out of the old Yas Marinas track, or whatever it's called. Meanwhile, your race leader Brisbane on the racing hard compound, quarter of a tank of fuel, looking good for him at the moment. He'll be making one more pit stop, and same goes for Motorstorm in second, Pat in third. Do you know what, I've got a right funny feeling that Pat's gonna, I might be wrong, but let's go back to Pat just for a second. So he's on the racing softs. His tyre wear is not too bad at the moment. Another lap or two and it won't be looking too good. So expect him to come in maybe lap 19 or 20 for Pat. You can't write him off, can you, after winning last week at Fuji. Mr. Smith having a good race. I think he'll be more than happy if he can stay there. We're not going to see. Maybe we're going to see maybe a bit of a scrap here between Harry G and Stormfly, possibly. And we've got Matty, Enzo on his own, or Fitzy now in 14. So Enzo Jack has made up a space, or a place rather, and maybe a space as well. Now then, looks like the old sun has gone in here at the old nurb. I don't think we're going to get any rain. It has got a little bit duller though than what it was at the start of the race. And if the rain did come, more the better. So there's a gap between the top two. It's not a given yet for Pat in third. This one could be brewing up for a nice little battle, couldn't it, between Pat and Victor? Let's see, it's pretty much similar. Oh, yeah, well, not similar. It's a bit of a dead ring actually for the tyre air and the fuel between these two guys. So it's just a battle on the track. And when they do come into the pits, who has got the fastest pit crew? That is the question. Are they going to come in this time? One has. And that is Pat. So Pat into the pits. Victor decides to stay out for at least one more lap. He might grab two if he's lucky. He'll definitely get one more lap. Moves himself up into third. Mr. Smith is in fourth. He's going to move up into wherever. The land of Nod. So Stormfly and Harry. Now I think Harry might get another extra lap over Stormfly. Who knows? Stormfly's fuel is not looking the best of. He will be coming in end of this lap. Harry G, he might get another lap, you know, who knows? Or will he just mimic Stormfly's pit strategy? So Brisbane in the lead from Stormfly in second and Victor in third position. That's your top three. Currently on lap 19 of 26. Going to see these. Is that rain? Yeah, rain is coming down. Yes, that's what we like. Looking at the screen down thinking, I'm sure that's rain coming down. If that's not rain, that's vodka. If it's not vodka, then look at the old rain bar there, and look at that, we nearly got a quarter of a rain on the old bar. So this is going to really mix things up in it, and these closing 7 laps or 6 and a bit laps, shall we say, of this race. Let's go let's go with your Brisbane. What's he going to be sticking on? Surely the intermediate tyres. What's he going to cut? He's obviously going to put a bit of the old splodge in his fuel tank. My garage down the street at Burrbridge Road fills up quicker than this. Hey, not the fastest of refueling, is it? So he's going to rejoin. There you go on the intermediates. This has really thrown everything into the biscuit. This isn't soggy biscuits, this is soggy track. Look at that, Brisbane going through. What's Motorstorm on? Of course, he's on the racing softs. Oh no, I'm really sorry. Oh, Dreepers, I'm really sorry. Oh, look at this, this is awful. Been here myself 1,000,001 times. The rain comes down, you're on the racing softs, you need to get back to the pits ASAP, which is not easy because all your car wants to do is just spin out. Motorstorm will be absolutely fuming underneath his helmet, absolutely fuming. And I could use other words, but I don't think I will at the moment. So racing softs also for Victor. He's taking it nice and steady, isn't he? You don't want to stay in that first gear too long, so you put the power down, your car just want to spin out. He needs to go up into the higher gears to stop his car from spinning, and there he is up into fourth gear. Yeah, he knows the trick, so this should really put the biscuits in the tin, hasn't it, on this one. What's intermediates for Brisbane, so you've got to fancy Brisbane now to take the win in this race. I'm really pleased actually the rain has come down. I don't think Motorstorm would be too pleased, but it's really thrown everything into the tin in this one. Intermediates for Pat, currently sitting in third place, and Panic at the Tesco on the racing meet. Oh, Mr. Smith, 3-second penalty. Oh dear me, he's on them racing softs. Oh, another guy who will be cursing till the ends of this earth. Oh dear, 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 dear. Oh, sugar lumps and soggy biscuits. There we go, he's got it back on the tarmac once more. Oh, I would not like to be sat in his cockpit at the moment. There's a few F words and C words and B words coming out from underneath his helmet, I am sure. Unforgiven. What's he on? Is also on the racing soft with a 3-second penalty. This is really thrown everything into the mix as this rain in the very late stages of this race, and I'm quite pleased in a way because it's really mixed things up. But I do feel sorry for the guys on the racing soft compound because it's just a ruddy nightmare, isn't it? Got Scott on it. Oh, he's on the racing softs also. Racing intermediates for Fitzy, so he might make a few places up. It's just the guys that are on the racing softs, and the track is getting wetter and wetter as we speak. 6 laps remaining. Fastest guy on the track is Brisbane, 1:57.426, currently in the lead. And you know what? If this rain keeps coming down, I really got to fancy Brisbane now to take the win in this race. He's got a massive gap between himself and Pat. He's on the intermediates. I'm looking for the guy on the softs. Oh, whoever it is, who is it? Oh, the racing hards. Not as bad as the softs to be on in these conditions, but still, it's not going to be easy. Ouch. What's the old Enzo Jack? He's pulled the tin out of the bag, hasn't he? Or is it the rabbit out of the hat? It's the tin out of the hat? Yeah, it's a rabbit out the hat. That's the one I was looking for. On the intermediates, oh, racing softs for Unforgiven. Another racer in this league which will be cursing the heavens above. Tell you what though, so far he's not doing a bad job, is he, considering it's a very wet track and he's on the racing soft compound. The rain bar on the bottom left of the screen is suggesting intermediate tyres currently. It's not quite, well, it's not there yet on the full wets. Oh, Stormfly on the racing softs also. Tell you what, he's not doing a bad job either, is he, on the racing softs? Same goes for Motstorm here on intermediates. Oh, Matty. Do you know what? I'm hoping next season that the Ultimate Racing League, in all the leagues in this Sunday Championship, turns the penalties off on the entry and exit of the pits, because you don't gain any time going into the pits or exiting the pits, but what you do if you cross the line is pick up a really nasty 3-second penalty, which really can, what's the word I'm looking for without swearing, stuff your race up. So please, URL, next season ditch the penalties going into and out of the pits. That would be really cool. Ooh, who's that back there on the old... Oh, Motorstorm is on the racing softs. Ah, you've got a feel for him. Into 14th now. Yeah. 4 laps remaining. He's just gone past the start. He's just gone past the pits not so long ago, so I'm not quite sure why he didn't go into the pits and put the oh dear, there goes Brisbane lapping him. Really has thrown a few curveballs into the races. This one still looking good for Brisbane. Lap 23 at 26, 1:57.4. Still the fastest guy on the track. Pat has moved himself up into second. He's also on the intermediates and looking good for Panic. He's obviously pitted at the right time on the intermediates. Now I'm only expecting maybe one. Oh, racing hard for Victor. Quite surprised. Is he going to stay out on the hards, or is he going to pit and put the intermediates on? No, he decides to stay out. So, oh dear me. Oh, Victor. Now he'll be thinking, I wish I bloody pitted and put the intermediates on. Oh, that's gone through. Oh, Stormfly goes through, moves up into 7th position. Victor now down to 8th place. Unforgiven is on the... Oh, he's on the racing softs. Is this guy crazy? Might have to have a little drink to that one, actually. Let's have a little drinky poos to Unforgiven, because it's still racing intermediate conditions regarding tyre wear. It decides to stay on the racing soft, so this guy's actually got some BALLS. He's either very brave or very, you know what. Anyway, we won't go there. Matty intermediates now then. So let's look at Fitzy. Where's Fitzy? Oh, he's in front of him. Yeah, sorry, Fitzy. There he. Come on. Right, let's go back up your lead, because I'm making the right mess of this. So Brisbane's on the racing intermediates. He's got 2 laps remaining. It's looking good for him. I think he's going to take the win in this race. And oh dear me, here we go. That's sort of scrappy going off between Pat and Harry G. Panic is going into the pits in these very, very late stages of this race. Is Pat going to bring it home in second? The track is actually drying up. The rain has fallen. As you can see, the old sunshine is coming back out here at the nurb in Germany. Motorstorm second, Pat in third, who is fourth? Panic is in fourth position. And look at that, you can see where the dry track part of the track is. Frowny. So the guys on the racing intermediates are obviously going to stay out on them racing compounds. They will just look for the wet part of the track to keep their intermediates nice and cool. Oh, Unforgiven. Racing softs. You got to fancy Matty to pass him in these 2 remaining laps. Although it is drying out, as I was saying, quite nicely in certain sections of this track, but Matty is looking for every little bit of a wet patch he can find. Yeah. I was going to say something else then, but I was in two minds. I think I may be better not say what I was going to say. I was going to say something like Matty is looking for the wet patch, and we'll let you guys fill in the blanks on that one rather than me saying it. You've got the idea, guys. Come on, you blokes, you know what it's about. I think regarding race entertainment, I think the wet conditions has definitely helped this race. There's a few battles going off here and there, but it's not. I don't think it's one of them tracks where the battles are being forthcoming. There's Scott, currently in 14th place. He's on the racing softs, which I would say is looking good at the moment because obviously the rain has stopped, the track is drying out. The question is, has he got time to catch up to Motorstorm? I think it's maybe a bit too much to ask of Scott on this occasion. Back at your race leader then for the final lap of the race. Brisbane looking good for him at the moment. I don't think he'll have to fuel save. I think he's got enough in the tank to take him to the finish line. As long as he don't make any boo-boos, I think he'll be okay to take the win. Pat is doing really well actually, moved himself up into second place. Harry G in third. Now then, go on Harry, my lad. Can he put himself on the podium? Panic at the Tesco though, he's not too far behind him, so between third and fourth, oh, it's going to be so close, isn't it? Harry G going defensive on this final lap. He's not going to let Panic down the inside. It's going to make him go the long way round. Oh, though the Panic gets on the power just a little bit. Oh, that's close. Oh. Mother ducks and yes. Well, what can I say about that? That was such a good battle between the Panic there and Harry G. Still time for Harry G to take that third position back off Panic. Frowny in fifth place. Stormfly. Then we've got Enzo pretty much on his own. Unforgiven, not a given for Unforgiven in 8th place just yet because his Fitz is not too far behind. Then we've got Matty, Smith, Victor, and then we've got these two guys at the back pretty close together. Motorstorm Hero and oh, here we go. Oh no, this is oh Jesus Christ, let's get. Here we go. There we go. This is what I was looking for, guys. Brisbane round the final corner. Are we going to get the flash of the lights? Bit of a twitch from his car into that final bit. Past his pit crew. Fast like, well done to Brisbane. Takes the win at the nurb in Germany. Well done to him. What a race. Puts himself at top of the steps of the podium. Now then, is Pat just going to bring it home from Motorstorm? I think he's going to. Is he? Wasn't to Pat second, and Panic is going to bring it home in. So it's Brisbane in first, wasn't him. Pat in second. Panic at the Tesco is going to bring it home in third position. Wasn't Panic. Where are we? Oh, hang on. Panic in first. Hey, what's going off here? Oh, confused.com. Harry G in fourth place. So it's Panic from Brisbane, from Pat, from Harry G. Frowney takes fifth place. Has somebody got a penalty back there? Who knows? Frowney in fifth. Not quite sure what's going off here, guys. If someone can help me out in the comments, that would be very grateful indeed. Stormfly going to bring it home in sixth position. Well done to him. Quite a few points towards the old league. Seventh place for Unforgiven. Well done to him. Sixth place for Unforgiven. Frowney in seventh. Then we've got Enzo Jack. Then we've got Matty. Then we've got Victor in 12th. Motorstorm in third. Oh, sorry guys, but what was happening there? I have no clue whatsoever. We'll see you next week.